construct the car.
I remember late nights eating rice, listening to Travo. Prisoner's perspective, that's the type of shit that I know. Brothers and my cousins spit down, you know how that go. Never prison, but I sat in jail before, that's how this shit go. I understood it's part of the game right from the get-go, but I knew I'd get paid in the game, like I passed go. If money ain't your aim, what you shooting for? Shit, I sold the candy, kept the change back in 94. I've been a hustler for as long as I've been a ball. I'm 32, I need a mill by 34. And 2 years later, I need at least 40 more. I ain't talking shit, no, this ain't no toilet water. I'm just here to bring real back, restore the order. I'm just trying to win fall back, spoil my daughters, and show them what it means to be their biggest supporter. I do this shit for my real niggas like Richard Porter. My stand-up niggas, not you weird rat supporters. You fucking up the culture, that ain't what real is. They need to nod out, despite they drink what the law is. I'm here to call the real shit, I ain't with the fraud shit. Lay it like a bad bitch, I'll show you what the law is. Nigga talking boss shit, I'll show you how boss is. It's about the wealth shit I can leave for my kids. A couple cribs, some properties, a couple businesses. And plus I gotta have it and it's called dispense. I gotta have it, need cheese like the government. Niggas losing money, keep waiting on the government. Shit, I go and get it, bigger cake like an Edmonds. I love the ball, wear proud like a Letterman's. All my niggas real niggas, couldn't ask for better men. All we do is build each other, make each other better men. So about them, I hit your block and Benjamin. We hopping out, K swinging like a pendulum. I'm Mike Epps, nigga, all about the Benjamins. I'm on my horse, Kentucky Derby like Lexington. He always on go, yup, I'm chasing checks again. Moving underground, dipping, dodging like a Mexican. Blowing on the pound, eyes chinky like my Asian friends. Got you niggas sounding like, damn, this nigga spitting shit. Had thoughts of in it, but fuck a dog, I'm bending shit. Harder than the steel, and I bust you like I'm Bettis, bitch. Tell you niggas catch up, dog, I'm on this fella shit. I'm on some other shit, I should run for president. It can't be that hard if Agent Orange can do the shit. I'm here to shake up the beast, they call me ludicrous. I ain't new to this, nah, dog, been moving shit. I can't quit, nah, dog, I'm too legit. Next great MC, I'm on my hammer shit. Hammers coming, MPs, red beams, and ladder grips. Moving like a savage for cabbage, I ain't your average. My legacy is already written, I give you narratives. The writing's all on the wall, but nigga, hear this shit.
Tired of shit. Oh my gosh.
You say you tired of shit?
Hell yeah, man. Oh my God, it just crept up on me. The young age. Oh man. What's good, y'all? What's good? How's everybody doing? Sorry for the delay. Welcome to another edition of A Better Man. I am one of your hosts. Actually, I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Jazzakron, my brother from another mother. Continue to get healthy. Take your time. We here. We ain't going nowhere. Also, shout out to Mr. CEO himself. Continue to do what you do. We here. Tune in. Chime in. Do what we do. I am Truth, and the other half of True Vibe TV, Mr. Jeff Shears, a.k.a. Mr. Socks. How are you today?
I'm good, man. Having a decent Sunday, so I ain't complaining.
You ready for Tuesday?
What's Tuesday?
60 degrees. I'm waiting for some young ladies to go catch pneumonia. You know, the first wind.
Nigga, we about to get a COVID uprise.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on, nigga.
First wind of nice weather. You know them young ladies gotta get naked, baby. They gonna let this go, but so far, you know what I mean?
Motherfuckers can't wait to get the fuck out.
What?
Like
I think it's gonna work in their favor this time, though.
You think so?
I think businesses are hurting. Everybody, a couple of states has already started arguing the whole we don't need to wear masks anymore and all this other stuff. I think we definitely headed there, man.
Yo, I honestly, I don't know. Remember, Johnson & Johnson is what most of y'all are going to get because they able to produce it faster, and it's only one shot.
One hit a quitter.
Johnson & Johnson got their rivals. I forgot, Tamaris or whatever the hell it is, like their number one competitor on their level, and they're getting them to produce their vaccine. So that's the way they're going to triple
Split
up.
the money.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the way they're going to triple up.
Okay.
So, but they said, come May, May, June, the streets gonna be flooded, everybody pushing Johnson & Johnson because you don't got to have the special refrigerators. So you ain't got to go do another $30,000 investment in a retail store just to keep the shit on there. You know what I mean? Everybody going to have it. You know, it's just going to be easier. Boom, bam. They're going to set up a couple of those drive-thru like they were doing before. Put your arm out. Put your car neutral. Put the arm out. Yeah. Bang. Hit this.
Fucking masked and suited up and shit.
Exactly. We going to be good. That's part of the $1 trillion pass bill. Almost a $2 trillion bill to pass. Look, man.
1.9, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and they keep changing it. They keep changing what's in the bill. So, like I said, I see it. They want the things to go back to normal. They want the things to move. You guys forgot. We still have a housing crisis that's going to hit. We still have all this back old rent, all this back old mortgage, and soon to be old tax that a lot of people cannot pay. We forgot because ain't nobody excusing none of that. We trying to get this nigga to get rid of 50 off the school loans. Like, yo, my nigga, what can you do for me, bro?
Take a couple dollars off the top, homie.
That's it.
Couple dollars off the top. All right, real quick, we'll continue. Tuesday in the tri-state area, we're looking at 59. Wednesday, 54. Thursday, 66. Friday, 65. Then it goes back down into the 50s. So, between Tuesday and Friday, I'm expecting y'all young ladies' coochies to catch colds and pneumonias. I'm going to ride by the hood areas just to see the nakedness. Because some people can't help themselves, just like dudes. You know what I mean? Just, as soon as fall start, they bring out the leather jacket. Nigga, it's still 65 degrees outside, homie. It's still 65 degrees outside. You watch Hustle and Flow. That leather ain't breathing like that, nigga. It's still hot.
Let's see, man. Like I said, it's gonna be a long one. I ain't know it was gonna be that high, and even saying that's not really high, but
67
it's warmer.
right now.
I hope the snow in my backyard can melt away, or something at least. But
I mean, usually nature always cleans itself up.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this year with the weather, I guess.
Whoa.
Sorry, dropped my cup. We made the point last week where we talked about the fact that a lot of the factories and everything shut down, so they weren't producing a lot of the, I guess you would say, smog or whatever it is, and that's what giving us a kind of a true absolute. Is that light on? Maybe that to your right. I didn't turn that light on, right? There we go. We ain't get like a true winter. So, we got a true winter. Sorry, because all the businesses shut down, a lot of different things. So we're expecting, if it's that now, could you imagine what summer really is going to be like?
Just like we had we had that 2-3 feet of snow. We're going to have 110 easy, killing our power lines. We're going to be right there with Texas. Yeah, what y'all do to jump shot y'all shit, nigga? Because this shit ain't working. Like,
looking at everybody with, what do you call those things? Those generators and stuff. Like, the times is hard.
Yo, I know what the shit gets. You been in New York City when this shit hit. You been in Louisiana when that motherfucking heat just creep up on you, nigga. That's exactly what that shit do. Like, it's robbing your ass. They gave everyone cancer before that.
Son Jax was good.
Nigga, that was the talcum powder, nigga. Ain't nobody tell you to put that shit in places you shouldn't have been putting.
It did the shit wind up. Yeah, that's what they had to. They had to kill the powder and shit. Everybody was putting, baby powder on their babies and shit. Keeping them from sweating all these fucking years.
I met many a lady that put that shit right under their titty. Nigga, keep that titty sweat. You be like, yo, what's this flaky crust shit, nigga?
Your titty's too big if you got to do that, boo.
Like, yo, nigga, you good?
Them titties is huge. You got to do that.
Yo.
Pack it under and shit.
For real. It worked, though.
That's scary. Yeah, dude.
That should make you some breast cancer, nigga. But you ain't gonna have no motherfucking moisture nowhere near that motherfucker. I don't know know what you want.
Shit. Dry as the Sahara Desert. Huh?
For real.
No moisture. You might lose the motherfucker, but you ain't gonna have no moisture.
Exactly. Johnson & Johnson knew what they was doing. Go ahead. Sprinkle that shit everywhere.
That's some scary shit, though.
Sprinkle that shit.
You really think about that shit. That's some scary ass shit, man. Real. All right, y'all. Those of you just tuning in for the first time, this is True Vibe TV's Better Man, where we target the betterment of men. We do not hate or bash women, but you ladies have enough platforms, so this is for us. But we still would like your comment. Continue to watch, help us get better. You know, you have a lot of women out there that don't hate. You got some that do, but it is what it is. So we'll start off like we always start off. We start off with the plug, source, who has always the information what's going on. Do you know anything about some of the guidelines or restrictions with this $1.9 trillion or billion dollars? As far as I know, I heard one was like if you make over 70. I heard if it's over 80.
So the House passed the bill originally as is. When it went to the Senate, who passed it this weekend, they passed the bill, but they made modifications, adjustments. They want that $15 is gone. Federal is gone. Again, I asked why, because there was a lot of Democrats that were like, yo, take the $15 out. That's federal minimum wage. We'll leave that there.
All of us before you go further. So,
Sure.
again, you guys wanted Biden. You wanted the Democrats. It was going to get better. And the first thing they're talking about $15 minimum wage. And the first thing they do is shut it down. Just put it out there.
But that's not Biden, so we can't throw it on him. That's the
Democrats own the House.
That's the Democrats of the states.
They own the House.
Of the thing. Right. So you would think, yo, let's pay our people, because people need to make it at a minimum, and there's still a good part of America. I'm going to say the coast. I don't care, because you damn sure can't live off $15 in California, a lot of California, and you damn sure can't live off that shit over here in the tri-state area in New Jersey.
I mean, you go to Newark, it's like $5. You know what I'm saying? You don't get
Yeah,
shot
man.
at.
Atlantic
but,
City, you could live like a king down that motherfucking Atlantic City. Yeah, just don't gamble, but you be all right. It's heartbreaking to see shit like that, because I haven't read a true article that would give me a good definition of why not to, and I'm still searching. Let's go back to what was the other question? What was the question you asked about the bill?
We want to know the bill, the kind of stipulations. If we have anything as far as unemployment's concerned.
Unemployment will continue to September, but they dropped it to 300. So you get, you know how we were giving the extra 6 and stuff? You get the 3.
So you're getting unemployment plus 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll extend your unemployment payments, $300, and let's go. The original bill that the Senate passed the first time, it was 400. I want to say it was 4, but they dropped it to 3.
But it got passed. I wonder how that girl got lost and how she got lost down in Atlanta for the All-Star game.
Her shit ain't hit. Her shit didn't hit. They didn't activate her baby. I should have it at 12:01. No, I didn't get there. So you stuck, bitch. You stuck.
All right. So did they put a date on the continuation as far as the continuous 300 plus your employment?
When it passes, they'll pay the back part, so it'll go from retroactive.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So let's say January to September, just like the other one did.
It's a nice check.
Just like the other one did, right? That's
Especially
still a good payment.
If you were claiming from January when it stopped to now, so you figure it was 5 weeks in January.
Yeah.
3.5, 4-ish February. Oh man,
Yeah.
300.
Yeah.
Times.
You
It's a
gotta
good little 15, 16.
You got a nice check coming.
More Audis.
Pay your rent, pay your back old rent.
You know that shit ain't happening.
Cause you know you're about 10 right about now, some of y'all. What else? They did that. They took out damn, I think I'm forgetting. It's a couple other things. So with these modifications that they approved the bill with these modifications. So now it has to go back to the House to approve it
Again.
with these modifications. Now they're expecting the House to just approve it to get it done with these modifications, so they don't have to keep going ping pong. You get what I'm saying? Nah, put the shit back in, send it back over. Nah, take it back out, put it back. You get what I'm saying? Just so everybody's like, okay, fuck it, let's get these guys the $1,400 and all this other stuff, and pay these things. Just approve it with the $300. Nobody's getting $15 minimum as federal minimum wage. Nobody's getting this. There is help for housing in there. There is help for businesses.
What kind of help for housing? Do you know any specifics, especially for
So-
housing for those individuals who actually were paying rent or just a little behind?
So the way they generally work, they usually fund another agency. So what they'll do is they'll release a bill, and the bill will say, we're going to give, and this is just my interpretation of it, we're going to give $20 million per state to cover for housing, right? They'll give it to the state. The state will pass it through through another agency. Hence
Start with 20 by the time they
right.
go
Hence
down.
your social service agency. Hence, what we have like a CBH care, your fair housing market director, your housing authorities, be it town, be it county, you can search for this stuff. So when they say we freed it up here, it gets filtered down. You know what I'm saying? Into just these agencies, people. Search for them. They'll probably give you security deposits for people who can leave. They'll probably give you some type of rental relief. So, but I don't know if they're going to pay all of a year. So they probably be like, yo, we'll give 6 months. If the other guy forgives 6 months, usually things like that happens. Some agencies may. I know a lot of stuff will be first come, first serve. A lot of you guys owe more than 6 months rent. A lot of you guys owe over fair market value. So everybody has a fair market value for their place. This is what we think the apartment buildings should be selling for or rented for, and you paying $2,000, which is like $600 over the thing. It's the landlords can charge what they want to charge. You know, it doesn't have to be fair market value, which throws off the figures. Because now if I'm capping you at like 10 grand, but you kind of owe 20. You see what I'm saying? You $2,000 a month behind over 10 months. You do the math.
Might as well just get a new spot.
That's going to happen. While this credit is in limbo, this is why it's going to happen. People paid this stuff. The student loans haven't hit. That's still froze till September.
September, right.
A lot of people are going to go ahead and jump to a new area. A lot of landlords have been nice. Not all, and they don't have to. Just get the F out. I ain't going to charge it on your credit. I ain't going to try to, waste my time. Just get the F out. You know what I'm saying? I can get somebody here now and try to recoup whatever little bit I lost. There's going to be help for people with mortgages. Same situation. It'll be filtered down through an agency or something like that, or banks. Banks will be given to it. I think to air agencies, the airlines, or something to be able to get through it through the business plans. Pretty much everybody except for the direct people. If you make under 7, they changed the cap to a 2. So now if you make $75,000 or less, that's the cutoff. $75,000 or less. There were a lot of people who teetered on that line. I guess too much for their counting, or their liking, I should say. That were on that line of getting the extra money within that $5,000 span, because it was 80 or 85,000. So. It's 75,000, 150 a couple. You know what I mean? It's simple. It's just 75,000 a person.
So it's per person, not household.
Person.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I make 75. We make 75. We both can claim. So in our household, we got 150 coming in. You get what I'm saying? But we can get the little $1,400 at that point. And it just depends on how much you live in beyond your means or below your means. Now, we talked about stocks and we talked about cryptos before. Here's the thing. You buy the dip. There's a saying. You buy the dip. This is the world's dip. You understand what I'm saying? This is the world's dip. If you are in a good position, buy. Be on the lookout, folks. I don't know if I mentioned it here. I wanted to mention it before. I think I said a word when we had Kev here last time. They're about to change the credit rating.
Really? I didn't hear that one.
Everybody slowly peeking on it and wanting to get rid of it. I keep hearing rumors of it when I go on certain things, financial things. They want to change to a letter score. I heard it's like A, B, C.
You know, if you fall in a certain category, nigga, don't even come in this motherfucking store.
This comes at a time when we all heard the Jay-Z sold title, right? To partner up with Square.
Oh, you did?
Square's Cash App. Yeah, Square is Cash App. Square is Cash App.
You're right.
I just want y'all to know, Cash App is now officially a Think financial institution.
Scary.
Bank. That's exactly what it is.
Scary.
Bank. You can buy crypto through it. You can buy IRAs. You can do all this other stuff. They can give out loans, which they do through other ways, through Cash App. So just remember bank in dumbest terms. So he partnered up with them. I think he's on the board. Great for him. Great move. Great move. I say all this to say.
Your money got work for you, people. We keep telling you that.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot where I was going. The world is slowly changing.
No more credit score. Alphabet.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly where I wanted to go. I was losing my train of thought. So with the credit scores, they do this at a time when people were.
What's good, Jace? Thanks for tuning
What's up,
in.
man? They do this at a time when people were. It seems like they're trying to get rid of the credit scores at a time when now places like Cash App, what they were trying to do in the background is to get your regular bills that you pay that don't go to your credit score counted towards your credit. So your rent, they were trying to get your rent credited, and
that's
they're trying
good.
to get it's great to build up because if you pay that shit on time and pay regularly, why isn't that added to it? Your cable bill. That shit don't hit your credit score. It hit your credit score when you don't pay, and them niggas report your ass later, and you owe Optimum $150 from 3 years ago. But they don't report it regularly on there, and all those other little bills that you paid to. So things like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they're gonna introduce that. That would have been a big jump for people. It would have been a way for them to jump to a 700 score from 5 to 700.
Fast.
Just to show y'all been paying rent. I've been doing this.
What's good, Al? Thanks for checking us out.
But if they get rid of the scores now and they just go to a B, what the fuck is a B? B, I know he's gonna pay. If I charge him $8,000, I'll give him that. I'm good to get it back. But what is a B? You get what I'm saying? And, I mean, of course they're gonna keep tabs of the payments, the actual transactions or whatever that's reported. But that's it. Don't ever disrespect the big. I like a good titty when I see a titty. I'm just saying.
I don't know if you want to put your mouth on the powder, but hey, James, you don't mind cancel the gums. You know what I'm saying?
I did that shit many a time when I was down south.
I
Nigga,
feel you,
I was down there. That country heat, nigga. You gotta put something in that.
Hey, he from Louisiana. I think he in the ATL now.
Oh, so he know the pain. That's it.
Yeah, that heat ATL. I mean, that humidity don't be playing.
Damn sure don't suck up all that water. Go ahead and dust that off, nigga. That's it. You know when the cake up and flake out, nigga. That's it. That's it. But pay attention to that. I say that now because that's what they're trying to do. I don't know any word of it yet. But it's the rumblings that I'm seeing here and there. If they getting rid of the credit scores, don't forget, Equifax started their own little cutoff now. So when you use like Credit Karma or any other creditor monitoring sites, they don't fuck with them. You got to come to us directly. You know what I'm saying? The other two still report out, but they're like, nah, man, we us. So it's just certain things you got to pay attention in your life because it's going to catch up to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want any more of us to be behind the A-ball. Not this year. You got a library in your pocket. You got a smartphone. You ain't got no excuse. You can Google it. Yeah.
All right, so I do want to say this. They did it last minute, last time. So this last article came out the 18th of February, which is the latest. on this eviction effect. I don't know if you want to call it a term or action or whatever. 106, which prevents landlords from evicting tenants on every count other than crime or major disturbance and stuff like that. Again, that's supposed to end March 19th. That is 12 days from now. Now, if it does get extended, it will get extended to May 19th.
Yeah. Enough time for them to pass this bill.
I don't know. The thing about it is that I'm worried about. If they won't even approve $15, because a lot of those senators are in the back pockets of Chick-fil-A and all these other corporations, McDonald's and Burger King ain't playing. I did not know Burger King bought out
where you been?
Popeyes.
They owned them for a while.
I was like,
time. They own Pizza Hut too, I think.
Taco Bell.
Yeah. I think they own a bunch of them.
Slowly but surely, that corporation. So this is why the Democrats, who owns the House, is preventing you from getting $15 per hour minimal. They shot that down. So thank them next time you go to the polls. But again, as of now, last time it did get extended at the last minute. If you are in New Jersey, if this does not get extended and you are a sheriff's officer, you're about to get so much overtime, you can buy a mansion. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
You sitting on the 17th. I need to buy some new boots because I've been working hard today.
So as of right now, they have about 500,000 eviction notices down at the court.
That's a lot.
Hear that, people? About 500,000 people.
That's a lot, man.
Even if a fraction or half of that actually loses their apartment, that's a lot of people who are going to need help. Now, I feel... Go
ahead. No, I'm with you.
I feel bad for the individuals who have been doing something. Now, I'm not saying they, was able to pay the entire thing.
I know the cornstarch, too.
Yeah, man. For those individuals who, need some help will be there for you. You will get the help before the individuals who just been laying up, not paying, and buying new vehicles. So again, hopefully it does get extended, but if it's not, crime is about to go up. So I'm telling y'all right now, that put a lot into my thought too process of where I wanted to go. But I was like, I don't want to kill nobody.
Yeah.
But if they do, because crime had, they're keeping it really on the low and the hush.
Yeah.
But the crime rate has gone up.
Yeah. These are things that you will not see on the TV. They will not direct those numbers, because especially when you live in big cities or something like that, you need to get the people back in there to pay for these taxes. You got to understand. So why would I scare away? New York City has lost a lot of heavy hitters. Y'all know what it was when Trump was there. Trump was bitching, and even though he may only paid maybe $3 million in taxes, but that was more than I paid, more than Truth paid, more than the niggas on Truth Block paid, even the hard workers. You understand what I'm saying? So he probably supported the daycare. You understand what I'm saying? That's what people fail to see. When you start to lose those big people, they start to take away certain programs. Well, why did this go? Because Johnson's and them left. That's why it's happening. We all are missing a lot of these things. Now, I'm not sitting here to say we need all the rich or the rich to do this or whatever it is, but there's a certain type of thing that we all need to understand when it comes down to this, with this tax game, man. When it comes down to having the rich people there. It's like New Jersey tax had to increase when the richest dude left. Where'd he go? To a place with no income
state taxes.
Right? Yeah, Florida. What's wrong? You get what I'm saying? It's Florida.
No state tax.
I'm just saying. It's the same way everywhere. The way that the world is working everywhere is the same. When that rich person go, we start to feel it. It's sad. It's really sad. I get it. You want the government to bring back the program or pay for these things, but then who's gonna pay for it? People paying taxes, right? And people don't want to pay taxes. So how can I help you then? Because you didn't want to pay for the program.
Facts.
Look, I ain't got no problem with people's kids. I ain't got no problem with my nieces and nephews, and my stepson and all that. I ain't got no problem. But if I don't have no kids there, I wholeheartedly believe I shouldn't pay the school taxes. That's just me. And that's something that came with age. Cause I'm like, why am I tripping into this? I was like, at that point, I personally don't care. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just a small thing. Who knows, bro? Who knows?
So again, keep your guys out for that. I hope the best for you guys. But again, I would start hitting up agencies now. Get your names on there. It's good if you don't need it. But if you do need it, and there's no, like I said, it's going to be limited funds. And just think about it. You're going to have hundreds of thousands of people running down trying to get their portion of the, like we figured, maybe around roughly $20 million, which is going to go real quick. So it's going to be first come, first serve. Go down there and get you a couple of dollars, people.
Every time. Watching on a daily in ATL every day. There is new crime here. Yep, and they not trying to show.
Nah.
No. Why would you show that in ATL? They want people to come down there.
Facts, because, ATL is the new Hollywood now.
Exactly. We don't need none of that. Sweep that over to what, East Atlanta or wherever it was. Keep that on that side. When we get to this part of the highway, now we're going to need this look clean.
Cop shootings is down, but crime is up.
Look, man, it's a big play. At the end of the day, it's a big play. It's sad. It's sad. Homeless about to increase. Ooh. There's a lot of people homeless about to increase.
Yeah, give me my spot right. I'm good. Like I more and more I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't have shit to worry about. I'm in a great area. Sign me the fuck up.
It's a shame, man.
Oh my gosh.
I don't wish ill on nobody in no way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see people.
Well, I
homeless.
say especially those individuals who were doing the right thing. You unfortunately you do have people who, hey man, if you were able to do it, do it. You got people who quitting, not actually for less hours, getting part-time money, claiming unemployment, and then getting the $300 on top of that. That's what they were doing when it was $600. They were working the system.
Yeah, and don't get it twisted. It goes two ways. Because don't get it twisted. I understand some people who working at Target or Walmart or whatever, and then they increased your pay to $12 to $15 or whatever it was. Then that okey doke and only gave your ass 25 hours a week. When last week your ass was making 35 to 42 hours a week. I know that game too. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's it. What do you say? I don't care how stupid your kid is. I don't want to pay taxes for schools.
Facts,
bro. I said that a long time ago in my 20s.
Facts.
People looked at me like I had 7 heads, and now I understand when I got older because I'm like, oh, I'm helping shit pay for your kids. That y'all get the bitch about with the teachers. Now, granted, some of the teachers are shitty, and some are great. Whatever it is, But I'm like, why am I chipping in? You got problems when they start to gentrify a town, because if you get the young millennials and usually more education, don't matter the race, means less kids. Always think about that. They statistically proven college-educated people have less kids than those who aren't.
All right. So we wish y'all the best.
Yeah, whatever.
But more information we get, we always going to plug you. All right, so we're going to talk about today. I wanted to talk about this gentleman, Reginald Miller. All right?
Reggie Miller? Not the guy.
Not the guy.
not Reggie
He's
Miller.
down there with you at ATL, Jay. So, Reginald Miller, okay? And this story is going to combine or ask several questions. How much money do you actually need to survive? And the benefits of good credit. All right? I'm going to put both photos up. Fuck it.
Take time.
I'm going to put both of these shits up. Because I need y'all to see this. and understand. All right, that one's kind of well. I might be able to see that. Let me sit home a second. Just let you know we live and we could do this. All right, so this is Mr. Reginald Miller, young gentleman, late 20s, early 30s, makes $135,000 a year, and he's broke. I said that right. He makes $135,000 a year, and he is broke. Now, his graph breaks down this way, and it breaks down exactly how much money he makes. Well, he does his bills, all right?
Yeah.
So on the average, his bills is about $7,300 on a month, all right? For his rent is $1,320, all right? Now, he pays $750 a month in Instagram ads. He spends $600 a month in eating out. Are you fucking kidding me? All right, his car payment is $540, and he drives a Chevy. So when you hear 540,
This nigga credit must be trash.
when you think 540, yeah.
I was like, if he ain't got the fucking Tahoe, the not like limited, nigga, I don't want to see it.
So when you start hearing shit like that, the first thing that goes to mind is you think he's driving around, maybe, what do you call that? Maybe a
BMW?
Range Rover, huh?
I said a BMW or
Something, you know what I mean? But my man is driving a Chevy, okay? Man, credit is shot. Super shot. All right, so he pays $300 in car insurance. He spends $250 a month in hair. He pays $240 in gas, $250 in subscriptions, $250 in groceries. Now you spend more out. Lord have mercy. $270 phone bill. Who the fuck do you have, nigga? And 2 gym memberships.
Why does he have 2 gym memberships?
Was really he
I mean, I don't know if they answer
supports
that
a local gym, and then he has one of the main guy gyms.
Okay,
This
again,
is- right?
why does he have a
No idea.
2 gym membership?
No idea.
I know. It's
didn't-
a
he didn't
hypothetical
put it out,
at
yeah.
that point. It's a, you know.
You know, so this is a man who grew up in a household where his parents were very frugal. He says cheap. I'll say nice, and not my parents. I don't want to talk about him. So to him, the fact that he's making money, he feels he has to spend it.
Yeah, that's his mentality is thrown
Right.
off.
Now, this is a gentleman who went to college pretty much for free, but borrowed money from his, what do you got?
What's the $2,400? I can't see that from here.
No, it was $240.
Yeah. What's that? What is it? What is he paying?
$240 is the gas.
No. What's the big one? $2,400.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see that one over there. That's debt debt repayment. Credit card bills, student bills,
Come on, my
shit
nigga.
like that.
And that's another thing. So if he making $130, what he owe $250?
What he,
So,
no,
go
you're
ahead.
right. So
Go
what
ahead,
he did
go
is
ahead,
he borrowed against his he borrowed against the help he was getting for school.
Mm-hmm.
Now it was to buy equipment. About I think he said one was 20, one was 30. So I understand that you spent money to make money, you invest that money within yourself. But he also goes on to explain the fact that he spends it as fast as he gets it. And I believe that, that's embedded in him from the trials and tribulations he had to go through in school. As a child, where he was given $3 to go to McDonald's as a splurge. Yeah. I was shocked. You couldn't tell me that a person can make this much money and be broke.
Oh, yeah.
Living check to check. He was saying during the pandemic hit him hard where, he's a video director. He takes photos. This guy literally has Emmys of his work.
All that shit ain't matter when the motherfucking thing froze up. That was the whole point.
He went from having multiple streams of income to 0 to 1, where he was able to make $65,000 in a 3-month period. Start letting up. People want to do photos. Everyone wants to do this and do that. Is this living beyond your means, or is this keeping up with the Joneses? Like, what is it?
Just from this breakdown you have up there, if he's averaging 135,000 a year, a lot of times they don't factor in the school payment back because they want you to pay all that interest over to your death. We're not going to factor that in. At 135,000, you have things in here that are like frivolous. Is the $750 worth it for business? Then take that out of your thing and put that into your business. I assume he owns his own business because he's got YouTube, Facebook ads or whatever it is here. Take that out of your personal income and put that to your business. Right? That if that can't be expensed out in your business and how much you make and you know what you're making in, obviously you're not really truly making 130,000. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're doing your math this way, it's somewhere's off. What's up, everybody? We see you there. If he's just driving a basic Chevy, like I said, if he ain't got the brand new truck, because the Chevy trucks can get you about 90 grand, nigga. Now, I can understand.
I don't even think it's an Impala, nigga. Like this nigga driving a regular ass Chevy.
This got a Chevy Cruze outside, nigga.
Spending $540 a month in payment and $300 for insurance. So you're spending, what's that? Damn near $900 for your vehicle, and that doesn't even include the gas.
At that point, he really needs to focus down. Maybe get a little hoop ride. Take 5, you know what I'm saying? Get a little hoop ride just to get back and forth, especially times like this. Get rid of that $540 payment.
Jay said he think he's trying to be seen, like a lot of other people in Virginia.
I can tell you he's trying to be seen. He got 2 gym memberships. What the F you need 2 gym memberships for?
He's really fit. He's really fit. He's really
the boy looks
concerned about his body.
I'm not saying he not. My dude, my best friend's a bodybuilder professionally.
Facts. Awards. He got trophies.
80%. One gym. 80% of his time. When he go to other gyms, he get paid for it. He like the local dudes because he can get his privacy and all that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So make it make sense. Look, I'm not gonna have a Blink Fitness and a Planet Fitness. No, why? Because it's not like Blink ain't open on Wednesday, so I got to go down to Planet Fitness.
They close at 2:05.
Exactly. You know how to get out at 10 minutes later. He has a lot of irresponsible debts here. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to support that local gym, stay with the local gym. Work out a plan or something like that. Get something in your house.
You're a videographer. Listen, I'll hook you up with a commercial or something. You know what I mean? Just to supply. I keep hitting you videos and filming.
Your debt income repayment, that needs to be broken down into structures because if some of your debt was invested in your company, you get what I'm saying? You got to take that out and you got to put that into your business. Now, your business took a beating because the whole industry dried up.
No traveling. No one's recording.
Every person who works in that industry has had a dry spell, whether it was a big season like this, and ain't never been a big season like this. You get what I'm saying? But it has had a dry spell. I work with Paramount. Paramount ain't making movies this year. Everybody over there with Disney. And then vice versa. Disney chilled out for a minute, and Paramount's booming. And I'm trying to switch and swap. Everybody knows what it is. We got to chill for a bit and save for a rainy day or whatever it is. There's no reason why he should do it down in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm gonna tell you right now, his rent is $1,320. I don't know what $1,300.
You got a nice house.
My dude, his rent is $1,320. You looking at places that are $200 and $300 over that shit. I just want you to know. You understand what I'm saying? We looking at shit at $1,600, $1,700, $1,800, $2,000. You getting more down there. You understand what I'm saying? When all this shit is more than what you paying for your house, you need to readjust your math in all simplest ill terms. It appears that he wants to look clean. That's what it's going to appear. I'm looking clean because images are key when you're in that industry, but these numbers don't add up. And then when you tell me why you putting in your tax payment with that shit don't add up to me neither. I'm like, because that would have been the business wise. Like, yo, I owe for this. And so how much you make per month? And two, you're not making $130,000 a year.
Not this year. I mean, hopefully he could catch up or whatever. But the interest rate on the loan that he took out was 29.
So then
20
you was already backwards before you could take that shit out.
Oh shit.
That wasn't nothing to do with the amount. They just knew that you were crappy.
And it looks like he's paying the bare minimum.
Of course, I guarantee paying the bare minimum. But he has too many deductions here not to be paying the bare minimum just to keep a couple $100 in his pocket as just cash in his pocket. He has too many deductions here, too many deductions there before he could just be like, yo, just a flash on him. We in the club. I got like 200. Let me get a couple drinks. Oh man, let me just go back to the comments. Let me say what was he saying? I saw Ron.
Where is that? Sorry.
Ron, I get okay, that was stupid. I get he has a certain lifestyle expenses, but it seems like he's just like spending money because he has it. Well, he had it. Yeah, that's right.
Facts.
He had it. What's up, Kara? Not shocking in Atlanta. A lot of people are here trying to be seen. Sad, but true. Shit, move outside of Atlanta. There's a couple of towns outside that you could just chill on the outskirts.
Savannah, it's not too far.
Yeah.
A little cheaper. But like I understand him in that business wanting to be in the main street, and his house is beautiful.
No,
and,
guarantee.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to bring it home to break it down to you have someone who's making $135,000 a year, broke as hell, spending $600 a month eating out. And this is a guy who stays in the gym. His groceries are $250, but he eats out damn near more than double what he actually cooks.
It might be cheaper for him to even get a private chef.
Facts, nigga.
I'm not even joking on this one, people. Have him come in one night, cook your meals for you. You know, put them for the week.
Put it in the fridge, go home.
That night you can get a hot meal, whatever, all done by the private chef and all that stuff, and have him come and do. It'd probably be cheaper than him paying the $620 and the $240
a month multiplied by 12, nigga. Shit, nigga. Shit.
I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know, man.
So to me, what we was especially we was talking about yesterday, on Butterfly's show.
Yeah.
As far as you being able to make any amount of money and survive as long as you can afford your rent. So this is a gentleman who's making this amount of money and he's broke. So we talked about when we were with the whole $15 an hour, could you survive off of that? And we said as long as your rent was a certain amount, you could.
So she did the math at 15 at 40 hours a week, I believe. She was like, what, 1,200? $1,200 a week or bi-weekly?
Let's do that. So we got $15 an hour times 40. That's $600 a week. So you get $600 a week. Now, if I'm not mistaken, 1 second. Taxes is what, 24%?
Yeah, around it. Yeah.
So we'll multiply that by 0.25. So you're minus $150 from that. So you're bringing home $450 a week. You'll multiply that by the 4. That gives you $1,800.
So you got $1,800.
So there are, usually there's more than one person there. So again, if 2 people are making that, you're doubling that into the household. But
can you live off of $1,800?
If you want to live in a certain area.
It always comes down to area because Atlanta can easily outprice the rest of a lot of places in Georgia. Not everywhere in Georgia. But you understand there's a lot of places. If he's at something decent at $1,320 a month, you get what I'm saying? I know there's a $700 spot that'll do you justice. I know you're like, yo, nigga, I got 3 bedrooms in this bed. I know out in Nevada had $700 apartments, furnished, move-in ready, 2-car garage type deals. So It depends where you are in the world. Like I said, $15 $15 an hour goes a lot further, and I just said like in the South or Louisiana than it does in fucking North New Jersey. It goes a lot further down in South New Jersey than it does in North New Jersey.
So he should be living like a fucking king.
There's no good reason why he don't take a year, move out, like downsize his bills, readjust his payment. And I'm just saying for 1 year. In 1 year, he'll be able to cut at least a third of that away and go back into the 1320 apartment or maybe even more or something and be stronger. Be stronger on his debt, be stronger on his thing. You get what I'm saying? And that's just making it the $135,000 a year. It's just how we outpace it and spend it. Because he grew up frugal, he never knew how to spend money.
So every time he gets it, he blows it.
All he was taught was to save money. I guarantee you, I don't see nothing in there for investments besides investing in himself.
The $750, that's it. That's it. $750 in paid promotions for his pages and whatever on Instagram.
And that's just business. That's just his. Like I said, that's his business. But I'm saying ain't nothing like, yo, I got this $500 that came to me. I'm putting some in Bitcoin. I'm putting something in a Roth IRA. I'm putting something in this. That's it. Everfresh, what he say? If he wants to live downtown, no in Decatur, he could come up. Of course. That's what I'm saying. He can get a little decent spot, and like I did it for 2 years. But I get it. That's my point. He needs to put together a plan, and within 5 years, he could walk himself right out. Like, yo, I paid off all that. School, the business, and I'm still making this only at 135. There's a way to get out of it. It's just what you're willing to do.
You got to make sacrifices, people. And here's the thing. You can't change this system. It's not going to change. This stuff has been embedded. They're not, like, say, they might change the whole score to alphabets. Not saying it'll be better. They could keep it numbers and still add your written everything else to your credit.
Right.
And they don't have to change it. So the fact that they're trying to change it shows you that something else is in the works.
That's what I said. Because people found the cheat code. I honestly believe people found the cheat code. And to me, it appeared like it would be some credit situation, meaning I go to Square. Square now pays my rent. Square now pays that. And they report that to the credit bureaus. And they're probably taking my shit directly out of my account.
I'm 8+.
You understand what I'm saying?
800+.
And due to the fact that now I got three new accounts, at least 3 new accounts being reported in good faith standing to my creditors, that's gonna adjust my score at least to go up probably by somewhere about 50 points, which makes a huge difference to people, which will put them in line for more money for a credit card, a new credit card even again, better points for their cars, etc. That'll mess up the whole credit game history. That's you understand? So that's when it's like, yo, we got to switch up the game. We don't even fuck with numbers no more. It's a damn shame. What Ryan say? It could be more things that wasn't listed that he spends a lot of money on. I believe that 100%, Ron. I think he left out a whole bunch there. And when
that adds up to about 80. So the rest goes to show you.
Yeah. Got expensive clothes, shoes, alcohol, tricking. That's what I meant by money in his pocket. We can go to the club tonight. You know what I'm saying? My debit card got at least $1,000 I could swipe up to. Hidden drug habit, probably. Who knows? I don't know if this was mentioned or not. Now, we don't know if any of that was mentioned.
Check him out. He's on YouTube. I want you guys to check the story out, too. His name is Reginald Miller. So I want to go down and explain to you guys again, stop trying to beat the system and make the system work for you. Plain and simple. This society is built on credit. It's how it is. You have good credit, you can walk into any place in this world and walk out without $1 in your pocket. Because you have established good standings and you are being rewarded. Yeah. Not with driving a Chevy for $540 fucking a month. You fucking kidding me. So I went to this site. It's a website. It's thebalance.com. And it's the 9 benefits of good credit. See if we agree, we don't agree.
Okay.
All right, number 1, low interest rates on credit cards and loans.
Agreed.
So again, this is a man who took out 20 or 30 grand loan out to buy equipment that he's paying 29% interest on.
Let me put it in stupid. No, I don't want to say stupid. Let me put it in real English, real simple math. There was a point in time I had horrible credit. I went and got a car. The car loan was 15.89% interest.
Ooh.
That's 15.89% interest. The car itself was somewhere at, I think, 9. Yeah, it was the infinite. It was 9. By the time I had paid back, if I had just made the regular payments on that loan, I would have paid the loan issuer. It would have been somewhere between $18,000 to $19,000.
So 9 times
that's
0.15.
about 10 grand. And I'm just rounding because I don't remember exactly what, but I knew it was around like an extra 10 grand. You gotta be effing kidding me, because the car was used and it was slightly under what they were selling it at. So you got jerked here, and then you got jerked again because you had that crappy loan. I said it before, refinance. We talked about it before on the show with the houses. Refinance. Remember when everybody was sitting there and they took off the student loans? I was saying, you're going to refinance your credit. Hit them up. Go refinance now while your shit ain't showing.
Credit Card Karma keeps hitting me up. Hey, man, we can give you this towards your loan.
We heard you was paying, nigga. You might want to do something with us.
Come get this couple of grand and put it towards your student loan.
I said it before. At this point in the game, you need that low interest score, because remember when they used to show on TV, you too can get this brand new 550 BMW X-Drive series, with the nice leather and all this, the twin turbocharged thing. We only started at $389 a month, zero down, and then right in the asterisk, depending on credit score, this and that. Yes, those are them. Those are for those people.
All right, number 2, a better chance for a credit card and loan approval.
Forget the credit card point, but yes, loan approval is what you really want to pay key to that. Loans, all types of loans. We'll look towards that.
All right, number 3, more negotiating power. You hear that? Negotiating. So they start high, you start low, you wind up somewhere in the middle.
Yep.
Because you have good credit. You have good standing, which means you can go to another dealership, another apartment complex, another realtor. You have power. Well, just like Jazz. Jazz went when he bought his Subaru. This is what I want to pay. Oh, we don't think he walked out. You got a call the next day. Come get it.
Get it. Yep. They know you have good standing. You paid your bills. You paid your debt. You paid this amount. You are good for it. And you're willing to walk out because you know if this place here ain't going to give it to me, I know that place down there will definitely hand this to me.
Quickly.
You can't be subjected to that stuff. It not only trades, we talk about car loans with it too, but they look at that when you go to new apartments, especially now in this time. You may be able to work on a better deal. Yo, let me get a couple months. I'm straight. I ain't got this on my whatever. Yeah. You can have more negotiating power when it comes to the table than the other people who don't.
And there are some apartment complexes in the tri-state that are giving the first 2 months for free.
Yep. Look, man, I'm telling you, it's a big thing. It's a big thing to have at this time.
Oh, man. All right, number 4, get approved. It's an hour. Got past IG. Peace out. Getting approved for higher limits. So, what their meaning is, so you have a credit card that's $300. You get your credit up. Next thing you know, it's $1,200, $2,000, $3,000. you have established, again, a good repertoire. So if you need to borrow money, you can borrow more. Instead of being, all right, well, you have 500, you're going to get hit with a higher rate in the first place, but we're only going to give you $600 in the first place. Anyway.
You're 100% right. When you hear people get like those $15,000 credit lines, when you hear people get, yo, you got 20 grand, 50 grand on an Amex, 50 grand on a MasterCard, 50 grand on that, that's why. They've had great credit for X amount of time. When they get a balance, they either pay it in full or they pay over more than 80%, and all that stuff gets recorded. So that means, yo, you pay that, you can definitely pay back. When you good at paying $500 like it ain't nothing, you could pay $7,000 like it ain't nothing. They give you big lines.
And the important is when you come to credit card, what Jeff mentioned, the whole paying amount. So whatever you have on your credit card, in order to maintain a good amount of a good score, 30% max. So whatever the limit of your credit card is, you do not want to spend more than 30% of that. Now, you may have more bills than that, but again, if you keep that going, what do you think that credit card company is going to do? They're going to increase your rate.
Yep.
30% is where you don't want to go over 30. 30% is the max you want to spend, and I'm a firm believer, pay it all.
Yeah.
Do it for a good 3-6 months to a year, you'll raise your points a good 80, 90 points.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
You'll notice a lot of things change on there. There's a lot when it comes to that with the credit cards, the way they do their math and stuff. But yeah, if you're gonna spend over that 30% threshold and pay it off at once, then spend more than 30. If you know my bill's gonna be $500 and I got $500 limit and you're gonna pay it off, cool. But if you know, like, yo, I'm only gonna put down $250.
Only spend $250.
Only spend, don't
200 if you
that
can really
do it. Yeah.
You know, budget here and nip and tuck here.
Yep.
All right, number 5, easier approval for a house, rental houses and apartments. So
wasn't we saying that shit before?
Not just the fact don't think you're the only one that's looking at that house or that's looking at that apartment. There are too many people in this world. Just like you turn left, the car behind you turn left too.
Yep.
You turn right, the car behind you turn right too. Sometimes people are heading in the same direction.
Yep.
He's not going where you going, but they're heading in the same direction.
Yep.
So if you are an owner of property, are you going to rent to the person with good standing or the person with bad standing? Because what I'm seeing again in the tri-state, I'm going to keep telling you people do not want to accept Section 8 anymore. That was the go-to for landlords because they know they would get paid.
Right.
But when your shit keep getting tore up to shreds, they no longer, that's the first thing they say in our applications, no Section 8. Then they telling you what the department offers.
I don't know if this is coming up or whatever it is, but like with Section 8 has a negative connotation, good credit has a good connotation with it. You got good credit, that means you trustworthy. That means you clean, you ain't dirty, you keep up with your shit. That's the count. And now there's some dirty motherfuckers with great credit. The 2 and 2 hands will go there, and just like that, there's some people on Section 8 who clean and ain't dirty and don't do this, just can't get a lick, can't get no money. The both things have to be true. So it's just a connotation of that. People, that's why they run your credit a lot of times, to see if you're going to be trustworthy. But what's that really got to do with trustworthy? You could have just been stealing your money to pay their credit. Lord knows, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
it's just how they judge you. It's how they look at you.
Judge you. So always pay attention to things like that. It's sad, but true.
All right, number 6, better car insurance rates. And that ain't fucking lying.
I said that a long time ago.
They are not fucking lying. You can go, me personally, this is why I'm so passionate with this. I had bad credit. Now I have good credit because I put the time and effort to build my shit up. I had to start blocking these insurance agencies and all these other people for calling me, offering me credit cards and all this other shit.
Yep.
Oh, insurance. Oh, man. And it's like they watch Experian and Translucent, all three. They have people that just watch that.
Yep.
And the moment you go over a certain threshold, your phone is ringing.
Yep.
Now, mind you, a lot of these places are already selling your information.
All the time. All the time.
You've been on Facebook, you look something up, next to you know that shit pops up on your timeline. Facebook sells your information.
You start building your credit, and then in your mail, you get all these new credit card offers. Like, yo, I never signed out for Visa. Visa's talking about, yo, come due with the new card and
pre-approved, nigga. You already pre-approved.
Like, I wasn't looking.
Just offer.
All the time, people. All the time. It happens.
And I will say this. I don't know if it's in here, but I would say this. It's good to own more than one credit card.
Yes. Just make sure you pay them, bitch.
Pay
Make sure you pay them.
I don't care if you back and forth, 40, like Jeff said, 225, 125, 125.
Right.
Pay them both off. But it's always good to have more than one. All right, so get cell phone without content. Well, I don't know about that one. But a lot of these, like Verizon and AT&T, they do check your credit, nigga.
Hell yeah, they check your credit.
And you'll be amazed at how sometimes, people, hey, not at this time, you're not approved. And you have other people who are walking in and walking out with the phones right there because they trust them.
Verizon check your credit for house lines. That's how crazy that is.
Shit.
Yep. I just wanted the internet on the thing, and I remember they weren't doing it, and they was like, well, we're going to run your credit on that. And I asked at the height of COVID. I was like, so y'all send the box, right? And I just plug it in myself, and the guy just does the outside wires. And she was like, we need to run your credit first. I said, okay. I was like, yeah. That's for a house, internet service. If we wasn't even getting no cell phones or nothing. So, they check it. They check it.
All right, number 8, avoid security deposits on utilities.
Now that is true. PSE&G here in North Jersey will check your shit and be like, hey, you've been deemed that you need to put down a deposit. Yep.
And they got your back against the wall because you just got a new place and you ain't trying to be candlelight sexy dinner. Chick go over there, you like, hey, it's all about sexy. Then why you pulling food out the bag and it's cold, nigga?
Exactly. You ain't had no heat in here for the bag.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very important, man. Just imagine.
Yeah.
Not having to put money down for them to hold. They're not giving that shit back to you. For you to hold, for them to hold of your money. So you're losing more money.
It's a damn shame, man. Yeah.
All right. And the number 9 is bragging rights. That's fucked up, but it's true.
But that goes with the connotation. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm good. I got good credit. I got good this. That's saying like, look, I'm trustworthy. I'm loyal. I can pay shit. It's just that simple. Same brag. That's all it is. The simple same brag. It's sad.
So to bring it home, if you had good credit and you wanted to, and it was a good something that was up here. So you have people that have townhouses or houses that are paying $1,700, $1,800, $1,900, sometimes $2,500 a rent.
Mm-hmm.
But you can own a house and spend $1,000. Think about that shit, people.
I said that a long time
really,
ago.
really think about that.
You getting something that has equity. So now when you go there, you be like, yo, I ain't got no extra money, but little Johnny needs braces. I can go take some of this equity out of the house I own that I done paid for about 2 or 3 years and get $30,000, $40,000 to get Johnny the braces or do whatever if you need it or whatever it is. Or
at a low interest rate. Let's start. At a low interest rate that won't kill you, won't put you in the worst overall situation.
What killed me was when I come up and I see in the towns that all the blacks owned a lot of property now that was once considered garbage, now that they're converting to luxury apartments or places on the water or wherever, because the story goes on time and time, and not just to the blacks, the Italians, the Irish, you name it. You know what I'm saying? You see Jersey City, you see the Hobokens. Those $2-3 million brownstones used to be dirt cheap, and that's why they owned up all of. They would put them down there by the water. Nobody want that by the docks, and now they want to make it nice and thing. So imagine all that equity you would have had just to leave to your family, or all that money, all these things. You know what I'm saying? That's what really kills me, because again, but we talking about wealth conversation on the whole thing.
So let's put a little more salt in Mr. Reginald's wound here. If this man would have scaled back 1-2 years max, not even that much, and spent half, he'll be out of debt. He'll have good credit. Mm-hmm. He'll be at a house where his rent is $800-900, if that much. He would have the vehicle he has now for about $200 a fucking month. His car insurance would be a fraction of that, maybe $60-70 a month. The mindset, people. You can survive off of anything in the right area, especially even if you have to tighten your belt a little for a little while. Maybe live somewhere where you're not ultimately comfortable for a little while, a short spell, to build yourself up. Now, if you can get a fucking house for $800, 3-bedroom house, you can get it with good credit for $800 instead of paying all this amount of money. Stop trying to fight the will or the system and make the system work for you. Don't do what this guy does. This man doesn't even have $1,000 in the bank. Think about that shit.
There are a lot of people in America that fit.
You make that amount of money and don't have $1,000 in the bank.
Yep. There are a lot of people in that boat, man. Sucks.
Keeping up with the Joneses and it will get you in an uncomfortable position. He's still young. Man, I hope you fix your shit. I would scale back half of all that shit.
Yeah.
Take 2 years, 3 years, fix my shit, and come back strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come back super fucking strong. You got your girl, that can get a 1 fucking bedroom. You don't need an extra room, nigga. Use a living room to film shit. You know what I'm saying?
He has a lot of options still open to him where he can scale back because he's making at that amount. Will he scale back? No. And that comes with age, and experience. You understand? With age and experience, because what traumatized him was his parents being that cheap. And I can't knock it. That was their experience. But they grew up in a different world where you could just save in the bank. You ain't have all these funky brand new investments. College was cheaper if they even went. You understand what I'm saying? Like the inflation didn't happen at that point. So
we beat you down in the ground, man. I apologize, but I wanted to really make a great point about making the system work for you. Take the time and effort. You know, if you don't have it, don't spend it. Stop living beyond your means. Because at the end of the day, you know, especially if you're doing it, you know, for a female or a male situation, the moment that money run out or that credit run out, they're going to run out with it.
Yep.
And you're left with all that debt trying to get out of the fucking hole.
Yep.
You know, just it came a point that even myself, when I went down and got my whip, within a 2-week period, I spent $5,000 paying off fines and tickets, all this other shit. $5,000 in 2 weeks, niggas. Like, do what you gotta do. Fix your shit.
But it pays off, homie.
I'm living proof.
That's it.
At any age. Last words before we get out of here?
Pay your bills, bro.
On time, niggas. Stop living behind your means. Better man, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.